The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency says it received a distress call via the emergency toll-free line today regarding a pipeline explosion at Royal Estate Iyana Odo along LASU-Igando Road. Immediately, the emergency response plan was activated and the agency's response team at Igando was deployed. Fortunately, no casualties recorded. However, the General Manager Transmission Company of Nigeria, Engineer Ajiboye, was contacted and arrived to the scene with his team to restore normalcy by removing the cables from the road. Let's take it to our earlier story about the fire explosion, the pipeline explosion at Royal Estate Iyana Odo along LASU-Igando Road. I have joining me the NEMA Lagos, the coordinator, NEMA Lagos Territorial Office, Ibrahim Farinloye, who is joining me via Zoom. Thank you so much for joining us on TVC News this hour. What is the latest about the fire, the latest on the pipeline explosion? Has it been contained?
Well, pipeline explosion, yes, it has been contained, but it wasn't an explosion per se. It was as a result of the pipeline, the high tension power line that collapsed. It collapsed early this morning, and about 2 or 3 poles crashed. And the cables, you know how thick the cable is, and when it got to the ground, it was trying to spark. So the sparking was led to a notorious spot where we always have vandalism. And due to the previous activities, there have been spilled content all over. So when the sparking got to that place, it caught fire. And all the temporary bridge, because we had wooden bridge around that area over the swampy area, we had a bridge, everything got burnt within that period. So though immediately the poles got down, part of the power line went off, but other parts were still on. Part of the residential area was still having light. That's why we had to raise safety alerts information this morning so that everything will become. But as of now, everything is under control. The Transmission Company of Nigeria are presently trying to dismantle the fallen poles so as to remove the fallen poles from the expressway, as well as cutting the open up for traffic and human activities around that area.
Well, let's talk about the ripple effects this might have on the environment. What kind of environmental impact do you think the spill from this pipeline might cause? Talk about maybe sinking into the ground, that it will affect the water around that particular area.
You see, that area is a long stretch of areas. We have Peace Estate, we have Diamond Estate. In Diamond Estate, there is been years where we have spillage all over those estates. And the estate residents, they are fully aware. We've tried to mobilize them to see what we can do, but still, the consequences, the health-wise, it can lead to health implications of some of them who may have asthmatic related issue. That is one. Then the aquatic nature of that area, the aquatic animals will be affected. Then it's a swampy area which can be converted to farmland, Fadama farmland, which ought to be a source of security thing, food security thing for us in Lagos State. But the area, we still need a lot to do. NNPC promised to clear some of these areas any moment from now, so that what we've seen now, the secondary disaster we are seeing as a result of the fire emanating from that side, will not reoccur in case if anything of that nature happens very soon.
So the latest story about the purported explosion, which you said was not necessarily an explosion, but that fire really sent jitters into the spine of a lot of people who had the story and who are around that place. So are you confirming to us that they have nothing to fear and that everything has been, put under control?
Yes, everything has been put under control. All of them are started going about their normal business. The traffic, because of the blockage of the highway, the traffic has been diverted since morning and still in force until when TCN complete the removal of the poles and cables on the highways so that everything can be. Thank God it went off. There are a lot of things that could have got burnt, but we thank God for the God's hand that touched everything.
Right.
Nothing serious happened.
Right, makes sense. Thank you so much, Coordinator, NEMA Lagos Territorial Office, Ibrahim Farinloye. Thank you so much for speaking with us on TVC News at 1.
Thank you, sir.